Hey, what's up guys, Damian here, and in this video we're gonna review the new Plunder game mode that was added to Red Dead Online. And Plunder is yet another small showdown game mode that involves capturing and delivering bugs to the base. And yeah, that is getting boring by now. I mean, we had Up in Smoke, we had Spoils of War, that they were very similar game modes, and now we have yet another one. But what is different in Plunder really, and what does this game mode provide? I mean, what's the new things it provides? So it has two new maps. The one is the Saint Denis Plantation and the other is the Cholla Springs Farms. With those two are okay maps. I mean, I had a good time playing on those, and of course we have tall trees. I mean, without tall trees you cannot have PvP in this game. I mean, and I don't understand why they insist with tall trees. I mean, this is probably one of the worst maps in the game. And we also have Strawberry, and the other one is this one. This is just Saint Denis in the city, not the plantation. The plantation is further outside, but that is not the case really. But the case is that there is hardly any teamwork involved here, and what I mean by that is that everyone just rushes in, to capture the objective, to capture the bugs and deliver them to the base, and they don't care about the team. I mean, they do not help the teammates. All they do, is just go pick up the bug and deliver it, like a postman or some sort. I mean, and now, well, there is the initial push, when the teams, start at their own bases, when they go to capture the first bugs. There is only that initial, the initial teamwork while pushing for the first time, and that's about it for the teamwork. And after that, when people start dying and they respawn individually, they get separated. Someone goes to the left, someone else goes to the right, someone else goes, straight for the middle, and there is no teamwork at all, guys. After that, I mean, here you can see tall trees. I mean, the map we all know and love, really. And now in this game mode, this map is just, sometimes you can get a lot of action, other times you can get no action at all. And you always have, those people, those noobs really, that abuse painted black with shotguns in order to get the extremely tight pattern, so they can get the easy kills, and that really works well in tall trees. So yeah, I mean, you can see me here, trying to play the objective, capturing the bugs, but for the most part I am alone, and you can see right here two people on my team, me and someone else, versus 3 or 4 on the other teams. And this is another thing, guys. The teams, as you can see, they can get really unbalanced. The matchmaking is unfair, and that's a huge disadvantage, especially in the smaller showdowns, because, well, in the large showdowns, if you have one guy less, or two, you can say that's okay. I mean, it's not that big of a deal. It's not gonna make a huge difference. But when you have multiple smaller teams in a match, and especially in a small showdown, it can make a huge difference, guys. And because here you cannot just deliver all of the bugs by yourself. I mean, you need the teammates, and in the vast majority of times you get bad teammates. I mean, that's how video games are in general. And now, winning in Plunder doesn't necessarily mean that the team was the best team. It doesn't necessarily mean it had the most skilled players. Most of the time they win due to circumstance, and by that I mean, like, say for example, two players, they are fighting it out, and one player eventually wins, but the other has very small health left, and someone else, a third guy comes by and shoots him and steals the bug. I mean, and pretty much, the third guy did nothing. I mean, he only had to fire one shot and that's how he got a free bug essentially. And that just proves to you that this game mode is not necessarily fair. I mean, well, it's not fair at all, but because not only you have to secure, you know, the bugs like you did in Spoils of War, there is also the danger that it will be get stolen by the enemies, and you don't know where the enemies will come from, because like I said, we have 4 teams here, and they might come from the left, they might come from the right. The spawns are in a circular you know, pattern in the map, so you never know, guys. And it doesn't mean that if you have the most bugs that you are winning the match. No, you also have to defend your base when you secure 4 or 5 bugs, because there are 9 bugs in the game. So if you have 5, you are gonna win, but of course you have to defend them. And most people don't realize that, and I mean that when you have your team has secured 5 bugs, they go out and they try to get more bugs, and that's completely unnecessary. And eventually, you know, someone else is gonna come and steal the bugs from your base, and that's how you lose in this game. And that's quite frustrating if you ask me. And at some point, I mean, I had one bad team that, well, they were good at securing the bugs, and like I said, due to circumstance, but they weren't defending the base at all, and I was the only one. And at the point I got frustrated, and I even pulled out the explosive rounds, as you can see right here. You will see now, to dispatch some enemies. And that's the review of this game mode, guys. I mean, it doesn't really involve teamwork, and kills do not matter. I mean, there is no emphasis on killing. There is not much emphasis in you know, teamwork. So there is no strategy really. All you do is you know, trying to capture the bugs, and you know, take it and deliver it to your base. And like I said, most people don't defend, which is a very critical part to win here. So yeah, you have all these you know, all these things that essentially are the same things with Up in Smoke and Spoils of War, but they are even worse here. I mean, there is nothing new. There is no new gameplay style, nothing. I mean, the maps, you know, the new maps are okay, but the rest of the maps are the same maps, and they make no difference at all. And I don't know, guys, I didn't enjoy this game mode, even though, you know, I had a few wins, I had a few losses. So yeah, that was the review, guys. Thanks for watching, and take care.